ScanNCut SDX230Di is a lot of fun, and as a brand ambassador, I've already got it and been playing with it. Today I'm going to share a tutorial for a traveler's notebook. I am working on a little Disney World notebook here for planning, and there is a great pattern in here. As you can see with Mickey, you can size it, and then there's all these different pieces, and right here on the machine, these are all built in the machine, by the way. We don't need a computer or anything. You can select the different parts, and you can also see what parts they are, what place they're going to go, and you're going to bring them all in. You could do this one at a time if it works better for you, or you can cut them all at once like I am doing. Select the pieces, and then I'm just using the stylus to move them around to different areas of the mat. When you click to add, you're just going to be bringing right back to that pattern to select more parts, and it's all going to be auto-sized. And you'll also notice that the colors with multiple pieces are going to be organized. You'll see why when we go to assemble this. This makes the layered design super easy, especially when you're working with vinyl. So once you have all of the pieces and you've decided, kind of what colors you want and all of that, it's time to get out your vinyl and get it onto the mat. And one of my favorite things about the ScanNCut is, it's right there in the name, Scan. It's got a built-in scanner, and what this means is I can take all of my vinyl pieces, which I am assembling here. I decided to go with black and white, pink, and aqua. I thought about using some yellows since my journal is yellow, but it just doesn't really work. I don't really have the vinyl that I want, and I am using an Oracal permanent vinyl for this project because I know this journal is going to go in and out of my purse. It's going to come with me places. It's going to be in the car with me. It's going to be on my trip with me. So I really want it to be sturdy. Now, once I have all of my little bits and pieces of vinyl on my mat, I'm going to load my mat and get a hold of my stylus and press that little blue button in the middle. That's the scan button for when you just want to scan your mat so that you can see where your material is and what you're working with. This works tremendously well when you've got say you've got like a pattern and you want to make sure that you're cutting on the pattern correctly. This also works great when you're working with scraps like I so often do. And as you can see, we can see all the colors of vinyl, all the sizes. I knew approximate sizes of what I needed. Now what I'm going to do is just use my stylus and adjust if needed on the various colors where the different pieces are going to be. And once I have these all adjusted and I am happy with where everything is, we're ready to cut. To cut, you're always just going to go through and click OK until you get to the select function screen, select cut. Then in the tool, we're going to select half cut. You always want to do this with vinyl. This will have it cut the vinyl, not the backing material. And this machine has an auto blade, which means, you guessed it, it's going to detect the depth of the material and cut accordingly. So you never have to worry about blade settings or anything like that. You just go, and I love that feature. Now we're ready to assemble. I'm just going to take all of my vinyl off of my mat and then weed or remove all of the vinyl that I don't want. So you can see how this looks, and you can see how it doesn't seem to make sense because the pieces look random, but all of those pieces are perfectly set so that when we go to transfer it, they will transfer into the correct space and we don't have to guess which piece went where. So we're just going to repeat this for all of our vinyl colors. And I'm using a weeding tool that I purchased separately from Brother. And this is going to just help it make it even easier to get all of those bits and pieces of vinyl out. Once everything is weeded, it is assembly time. I'm using transfer material, which is the clear grid you see me putting over the vinyl. Transfer material is really important, especially in sticker vinyl, because what this is doing, essentially, I made a vinyl sticker, and I could just lift the vinyl sticker off the sheet like you do a normal sticker, but the vinyl is so thin and flexible that it really can be a pain to try and get a really good adherence to whatever the material is I'm trying to get it onto. So by using the transfer material, what this does is ensures that all the pieces, it also lets me pick up all these pieces at once and move them all at once. You see that? And the scraper tool I'm using is another tool that's available for purchase from Brother. You could also use a credit card or other kind of scraper. As far as my notebook brand, any notebook would work. I just happen to be using one that I've had a long, long time. I can't even tell you the brand or where I got it anymore. And I'm just placing all of those pieces down. You can place them separately if you're more comfortable, or go all together. I would advise you, don't stress if one part or one place is slightly imperfect. It happens. It's crafting. Have fun with it. Enjoy the process. All right. So as you can see, I'm getting just about done here with all the pieces. Isn't that a cool design? I love this on t-shirts. I love this on basically anything. A tote bag, it's really cool. And to me, it has kind of an Epcot vibe. I don't know, it just does to me. And the last piece is on. There's 2 little Mickey heads that we have. Now, if you'd wanted more Mickey heads, you could have cut out more Mickeys. And my last little thing here, I'm using some liquid fusion. You could use really whatever liquid adhesive you have that's super strong. This one is shiny, clear, and really strong, so I'm using that. And I'm using my brother tweezers to scoop up little rhinestones, and these are just little jelly rhinestones. There's a bunch of different brands available. I'm just using these to decorate because I want to add a little dimension, a little fun. When I'm doing journal covers, I love to add some dimension, some buttons, some rhinestones, something, just because I feel like it just adds a level of fun, and as long as you use a nice, strong adhesive, it's totally going to stick and work. And now, one more tip and trick for you guys. I like to save my plastic bags anyway, any plastic wrapping that I can use and reuse, but I especially love keeping some around to do this. So I'm placing alphabet stickers. These are just old American craft stickers. Placing these alphabet stickers down, and then I am going to place, so they're half off of the plastic. Then I'll get them all perfectly straight, place them on my project, and then just kind of hold down and lift out the plastic from underneath, because the plastic will not stick to the alphabet sticker. And what this does is gives me a perfectly lined up title. So easy. And I can see exactly how it's shaped, where it's going to go, and the entirety of it. Just love that trick. I'm also going to add a little bit of black around just to kind of give a little pop to those letters, let them stand out a little. And just like that, we are done. I hope you have enjoyed this first little tutorial from me. Brother channel, I've got videos and blog posts coming up for Brother, also here on my own. And if you have any questions or requests, feel free to ask me. Always happy to talk with you about crafting. See you next time.